Today's speaker comes from a nation that, like Mississippi, is much maligned in many parts of the world. Under his leadership, Ethiopian Airlines has become the largest airlines in Africa and the most modern airline in the world. It flies to 61 cities in Africa and 45 cities worldwide, including Washington, Newark, Los Angeles, Chicago, and starting this summer, Houston and New York City. It is led by a CEO who Ethiopia's Prime Minister lauds for his unparalleled commitment and work ethic. He has received many honors: African CEO of the Year, Best African Business Leader, the 2005 International Grand Prix Special Award in Milan, and many others. When Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashed on March 10, there was a phone call to our speaker today. He was in church and he heard about the crash, and he was the first one to be on the site. Throughout this difficult time for his airline and the people of Ethiopia, he has demonstrated remarkable leadership. He quickly posted two essential messages. First, the crash would not define the Ethiopian Airlines brand. And second, the airline would continue to believe in and work with Boeing and the U.S. aviation industry. Dennis Muhlenberg, the CEO of Boeing, quickly responded by citing the Ethiopian airline reputation for safety. Mr. Muhlenberg said the airline represents the pride and professionalism of a great people and is a symbol of the new spirit of Africa. Our speaker today has international respect and has demonstrated in recent months why he has garnered such uncommon regard. Please welcome Tewolde Gebremarim, Chief Executive Officer of Ethiopian Airlines and a true friend of Ole Miss.
Thank you, Dr. Norton. It's my pleasure to join you today in this special day in your life. And congratulations to all of you who are graduating today, and to your families, friends, and relatives who came to celebrate this milestone with you. Congratulations again. Today, you are celebrating your graduation. It means a closure of one chapter, but it also means an opening of another chapter. A few years from now, many of you will celebrate great professional successes and accomplishments. I'm a living example of that. Some 34 years ago, I began my career at Ethiopian Airlines in the cargo traffic handling department, and today I stand before you as CEO of the company I joined as a clerk, which is the largest airline in Africa today, with 115 modern airplanes in service, flying to 120 international destinations in 5 continents. In the USA, we fly daily to Washington, D.C., daily to New York, 4 weekly flights to Chicago, 3 weekly flights to Los Angeles, and we'll start Houston very soon. In life, where you start may not matter. What matters most is how you make use of every opportunity you get in life. And I'm sure Ole Miss has prepared you for this challenge and opportunities. This is a special day, and I'm proud of the partnership that Ethiopian Airlines is building with the University of Mississippi School of Journalism and New Media. Some of your students traveled to Ethiopia recently, and I got the opportunity to meet them in our facility. They have worked on a campaign to increase our brand presence in the US, and they have done an amazing job. Ole Miss soon will be offering the IMC Master's Program for our employees. And there are many other strategic initiatives in the works that will bring your school and our company and the country of Ethiopia and the United States of America closer and together. As Dean Norton said, there are many parallels between Ethiopia and Mississippi. One of them being they both are greatly misunderstood and unfairly judged by those who don't know them well. In general, the continent of Africa is not well understood, especially here in the United States. It's a continent of hope and aspirations. It is rich in natural resources and a young population, an attractive destination for foreign direct investment, and a growing middle income society and consumer market. It was March 10, 2 months and 1 day ago today, a tragic crash took the lives of 157 people and forever changed the lives of those who loved them. It was a profound loss that has affected the more than 16,000 employees of Ethiopian Airlines and is felt deeply by the people of Ethiopia. And it has changed the world of aviation as well. All seek answers, as we all seek answers and solutions to make air travel more safer. I was at church with my family that Sunday morning when I got the call. Like everyone who first hears news of something they hope never happens, I was in disbelief. The man on the phone was telling me that ET-302 disappeared from the radar. I just could not believe. This could not be happening. There was a mistake. This is not real. It cannot be. But as I raced to our headquarters at the airport in Addis Ababa, it sank in that this was not a bad dream. It was real. It was a crisis of unimaginable magnitude. From this point forward, our world would always be divided by before the crash and after the crash. That's the way our lives are. Things happen that become pivotal points that etch themselves into our souls and shape who we are. Your graduation today is one of these times. Most of you have spent the past 4 years, some of you maybe a little longer than that, preparing for the day you would leave here and move on to the next phase of your life. The new job, the new place to live, perhaps for some of you, a new school, where you will continue your education. Those of you who don't know your plan yet will soon discover it. This is a mark of time for you, before graduation and after graduation. What you do, where you go from here, will be an interesting journey. Life has no destination. Life has no arrival. It's a continuous learning process. Some of that journey you prepare for and make happen. Some parts of the journey you don't plan, you don't anticipate. It just happens. And there will be some things you prepare for that never happen. Life doesn't always work the way we think it will, or that we wish it would. But your time at Ole Miss has prepared you for this journey. At Ethiopian Airlines, we have crisis plans. Every business has, especially an airline, has a crisis plan. Ole Miss has a crisis plan. The city of Oxford has a crisis plan. Crisis planning involves preparing for things we hope don't happen. But if they do, we better prepare. We are better prepared. But reality is different from planning. But responding to times of crisis is about more than just following a plan. It's about making decisions quickly. It's about teamwork and leadership. And it's about doing the right thing no matter what the consequences are. When our plane went down, we immediately grounded all of our other Boeing 737 MAX planes, immediately. We didn't wait for investigators to tell us what went wrong. We didn't wait for the Minister of Transportation to tell us not to fly the jet airplanes. We just made the decision immediately and on our own because we knew it was the right thing to do. And because we knew there should not be any single life to put at risk. We could not risk one more life until we had answers. Now let me explain. We are a state-owned airline. We didn't have to worry about what shareholders might think or what grounding our airplanes might do for our stock price. We don't have to focus on quarterly profits like some other airlines or like airline manufacturers. We don't have to worry that grounding our airplanes might be bad for a global aircraft industry that is based in our country. I get that. But of course, grounding the airplanes has financial consequences. But at times of crisis call for doing the right thing, period. During a crisis, it is not about making money, but it's about making a difference. It's making the right thing at the right time. More than 30 years ago, a brand called Tylenol faced a crisis when several consumers died by taking the product. The crisis could have brought the company to an end, but it didn't. Now it turns out this wasn't Tylenol's fault. It was determined someone had tampered with the product packaging or retailer shelves in the Chicago area. But though the manufacturer of Tylenol was not to blame, the company's reaction was swift. They immediately recalled the entire product line and revamped the packaging to make it tamper-proof. It cost them millions and millions of dollars. But they did it because it was the right thing to do. They owned it. To this day, this case study is held up as an example of exemplary crisis management and of doing the right thing. Companies can win when they do the right thing. My hope is that, and I'm sure, Ethiopian Airlines can keep the confidence of its passengers, and it has already, because of the decisions we have made. In the month of March, in the very month of the accident, our number of passengers grew by 7%. And in the month of April, traffic grew by another 10%. Please realize that in your own lives and careers, you can win when you do the right things. May your future be filled with plenty of good things, of happy times, and of events that unfold the way you hope that they do. But I know you also will face times of crisis. How you handle yourself in that bad situation, in those bad situations, and the decisions that you make when things are not good will define who you are after the crisis has passed. And know that Ole Miss has prepared you well for what lies ahead. Once again, congratulations on your graduation, and thank you very much. I thank the University of Mississippi for giving me the opportunity to join you this evening, and I thank the faculty members and Dr. Norton. Thank you very much. I wish you the best of success. in your future endeavor.